Hey everyone, my name's Ashito. We're gonna have a great year. No suicides for anyone.
Hi, my name is JT Camp. First off, I just want to let you know that I'm not interested in any of you privileged norm fags. However, if any of you are diaper furs, pay pigs, or, Sonic fans, then come talk to me. Great.
Hey, were you being serious?
Excuse me, you have some serious soul searching to do. That question was so ableist, transphobic, and yellow privileged that I'm not even gonna dignify you with an answer. Now if you'll excuse me.
It was then that I knew. If I wanted to save the year for all of us, I had only one choice.
Oh, no, not my dog!
Hello and welcome to Cover by Cover. I'm drooling over my waifu.
And I'm judging him harshly.
You know, before we even started work on this season, I was worried that we'd have to dive into the Wayback Machine just to maybe talk about this series in the first place. And I had qualms about even going over it because at the time, it was prohibitively expensive. But guess what?
Funimation to the rescue! That's right, now you fine folks at home can suffer through the...
They know about the endless thing. Fucking watch the show, so keep a lid on it.
What I meant to say was... Nothing happened.
Well, I'm convinced. Anyway, the show we're talking about today was once one of the most popular series of all time. It reached the height of everything an anime could possibly hope to achieve, and then suddenly it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, before Will and I started doing this show, I had never been to any anime conventions, and so I had never even heard of this thing. I mean, we're talking Attack on Titan levels of popularity, and then suddenly, nothing? What the hell happened?
Well, that's what we're going to explore today, you lovable idiot. Ladies and gentlemen, the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya.
The now juggernaut Haruhi Suzumiya franchise started out as a humble light novel, but was met with immediate acclaim, winning the grand prize at the annual Sneaker Awards, which was only the third time that award had been given out. Citation fucking needed apparently, because I can't find any evidence this awards show ever actually existed. Oh, but hey, an American Fork Boy's stinky sneakers won a national award. Wait, what the fuck? The Hall of Fumes in Vermont? The stench is so powerful it gets on your hands and you have to wash them? Much better smelling was a chocolate shoe? What the fuck?
Haruhi became so internet famous that the YouTube of yesteryear was flooded by an ocean of clips so vast that the Japanese Society for Rights of Authors had to file an official complaint to YouTube, demanding that they remove many 1,000 clips blatantly violating copyrights, helping lead to the Content ID system. Thanks a lot, assholes! You know what? The adpocalypse is on your heads. PewDiePie did nothing wrong.
After 2 successful manga adaptations, an anime edition was unavoidable, which finally brings us full circle.
But Will, what about all the manga adaptations that came years later? The spin-off series? The online OVAs?
No one cares! Well, if my wrist is correct, it's about that time. Subs and Dons, this is the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya.
But they're right here in the box set.
I don't have time.
That's the spin-off
No.
series?
Nope.
The OVAs.
Stop.
Haruhi-chan.
No.
What about the movie?
Oh.
We kick things off with what appears to be a parody of Clanad's opening, but I'm not really sure that's what it's going for.
The Santa that showed up at my kindergarten Christmas festival? I knew he was fake. Now, having said that, it wasn't until I got older that I realized aliens, time travelers, ghosts, monsters, espers, evil syndicates, and the anime/manga/fantasy flick heroes that fight said evil syndicates were also fake. All I ever wanted was for an alien, time traveler, ghost, monster, esper, evil syndicate, or the hero that fought him to just appear and say, hey! Unfortunately, reality is a hard road indeed.
Like, we got the sad blue filter, the lonely protagonist, this silly upbeat music, it all screams spoof, but then everything he's saying is just directly about this show, so yeah, this is just weird and distracting.
Our protagonist, Kyon, gets all set to enjoy a fun-filled year with his new class, free of stress, agony, and
I'm Haruhi Suzumiya from East Junior High. First off, I'm not interested in ordinary people. But if any of you are aliens, time travelers, or espers, please come see me. That is all.
There stood before me this amazingly beautiful girl.
I don't know that I'd call her beautiful right now. She looks angry as fuck for even having to be there. If that's what turns you on, buddy, have I got some girls for you.
For Haruhi, the nonsense Kyon believed in as a child is serious business, and we end our opening with another bizarre, distracting shot choice of the boys' and girls' locker rooms. How arbitrary. Look, I'm just gonna have to surrender to creative difference on this shit, or we're never gonna get anywhere.
Resting Haruhi face sticks to her guns, ignoring everyone at all times, so it's up to the rest of the class to confirm what a lunatic she is.
Well, she used that thing to draw this big, mysterious symbol on the school quad. She snuck into the school grounds at night to draw it.
Yeah, I remember reading about that.
Oh yeah, and then one morning, I get to class early. All the desks were shoved out into the hall. Then there's the time she painted a star on the roof. And the guy that had the shortest relationship with her, he asked her out, she said okay, and it ended 5 minutes later.
I don't have any time to deal with ordinary humans.
And why the hell did you say okay? I mean, that's what I heard, really.
I didn't bang a middle schooler. Shut up. Why would you say that? That's weird.
You or me, there's only one girl in this class to go after, and that's Ryoko Asakura. And I'm telling you, she's in the top 3 on the freshman hottie list. I ranked them all from A to D, and I even went so far as to memorize the full names of all the A-list girls, buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, a future sexual predator hard at work. I know, let's start ignoring him. Kyon tells us that Haruhi's not-so-subtle bid for passive-aggressive attention-getting is radically changing her hairstyle every day. Well, at least she didn't dye it blue. Oh, thank Christ.
A more significantly aggressive bid by Haruhi to get attention is to strip in the middle of the classroom before PE. Because whammin', it's somehow on all the guys to get the fuck out, and not the lone spaz taking off her clothes in broad daylight.
But by far, her most flagrant display of cuntery was to join every single sports team and club, dazzle them with her immense abilities, and then quit them all. Haruhi is either the world's greatest troll, or the world's biggest tard. Pick both.
Finally, because Kyon can't get Haruhi's sweet bubes out of his head or something, he snaps and tries to make casual conversation with her.
So, do you change your hairstyle every day to ward off alien invaders? I was talking to Haruhi Suzumiya.
But I was too nervous to think of anything else to say, so I retreated into my own inner monologue. Forever alone.
Here's the problem. So far, the way it looks is that all the men in this entire universe are pathetic.
Cutting through the fat, Kyon finds out that he's the only one who's actually been able to hold a conversation with Haruhi in years. Periwinkle Hair asks Kyon his secret, which is obviously his thunder thruster, and several conversations of frustration later, Haruhi decides to found her own club.
Kyon agrees to join, but refuses to pee in her butt. Despite this near deal-breaker, Haruhi is aglow with excitement. She forcibly commandeers the literature club room because average Japanese girl Yuki Nagato has no objections.
When I saw her at lunch, I asked her if we could use the club room. She said go ahead. She doesn't really care as long as she's got a place to read.
Miss Nagato, was it? You understand my colleague here wants to use this room for some other type of club. Are you okay with that?
I have no strong feelings one way or the other.
The next day, Haruhi kidnaps our third character, Mikuru Asahina, to offer as a blood sacrifice. Yuki Nagato has some strong feelings about this.
All I know is my gut says maybe.
It's a rule that in stories with strange things going on, you need to have one moe character. Someone with glasses or in a maid costume or anything fetishy. It's essential. She's tiny, but she's got bigger breasts than me. I mean, look at these things. They're immense. This is another important aspect of moe.
Tell my wife hello.
Due to sudden onset Stockholm Syndrome, Asahina joins the club, now dubbed the SOS Brigade, and as Kyon facepalms for what must have been the 20th time that minute, the episode ends.
Okay, are we really not going to talk about the sexual assault we just witnessed? What? Just because a girl did it to another girl, that makes it totally okay?
Yes.
Oh.
The next episode begins with Haruhi wondering about how likely it would be for a mysterious new transfer student to join the class so that she could get them to join her club. Secondarily, Kyon confronts a grim reality.
I'd sort of like to know what you consider normal, but I'm almost afraid to ask.
I wonder if we'll get anyone like that. A mysterious transfer student.
I guess in other words, you don't really give a damn about anything I say at all.
Kyon, allow me to introduce you to a woman. She will talk, you will respond with valuable input, and she will not care. She will then continue to talk for outrageous amounts of time, expecting you to absorb every excessive, vivid detail of her meandering, unhinged rant. Geez, how new at this are you?
A small detail lost here is that it has been a full month since the SOS Brigade was founded, and only after that full month of apparently sitting around and doing nothing, did Haruhi get the brilliant idea to get a computer. Whether she actually plans to do anything with said computer is anyone's guess, but I'm leaning towards no.
Don't give me any crap. Just hand over a computer and no one gets hurt.
Why the hell should I? I'm not giving you guys anything. What are you doing?
I have photographic evidence of blatant sexual harassment. If you don't want any of these pics to show up all over campus, hand over a computer and be quick about it.
This is ludicrous. You forced me to touch your breasts.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault.
Then I'll tell everyone at school that all you geeks ganged up on her and her.
You out of your mind or something?
Well, Chief, you gonna hand it over or not? Suzumiya.
So, in a rather twisted way, I guess this scene could be considered funny, but as an individual in possession of a penis, I'm not really a fan.
As I also possess a penis, me neither. I mean, I can appreciate them going for this uncomfortable comedy on, like, a conceptual level, but false rape accusations are not funny. Ever.
True. But, with all of that said, I'd like to slow us down here so I can talk about the character of Haruhi Suzumiya and why this scene, as offensive as it might be, is actually extremely important.
Up until now, Haruhi has been presented as quirky and odd, but still endearing. Yeah, she's fucking out there, but not so far that you wouldn't want to be around her. Well, throw that all out the window because this is a thing you have to deal with now. In a stunning, bold move for a lighthearted comedy series, Haruhi Suzumiya is being cast as a decidedly human character. She's a person of extremes with no filter, and significant flaws. When you see her excited, you immediately feel drawn to that kinetic energy, but when shit like this goes down, you don't want to be anywhere near it. And that's the reality of Haruhi Suzumiya that the writers want you to grapple with. As the show goes on, Haruhi becomes more and more fleshed out, with more and more conflicting layers that further complicate and inform how you view her. Personally, I believe this intensely uncomfortable scene, as well as the scene of her groping Asahina, is played for laughs to juxtapose all the actually goofy scenes that make you really question whether or not you feel comfortable with it.
Honestly, I find it very hard to believe that the creator of Haruhi Suzumiya would want you to cheer on objectively deplorable behavior along with goofy hijinks, both coming from the same character. The scene with Asahina felt like a sudden turning point, and this feels almost like a total paradigm shift. I really don't like Haruhi right now, and I just can't fathom the author of one of the most critically acclaimed series of all time expecting me to. So yeah, I'll buy your version of events, Will, but that doesn't mean I'm happy about it.
Without spoiling anything, this right here is the beginning of a slow burn that will culminate at the very end of Season 2 in explosive, disturbing fashion. I mean, trust me, if this was just here for weird laughs, I wouldn't be defending it.
Yeah, sure you wouldn't.
Blow me! Anyway, where were we? Post-groping, I mean.
Yuki gives Kyon her book, and the next day Haruhi is nowhere to be seen.
Where's Miss Suzumiya?
Dunno. By the time I managed to get to our 6th period class, she wasn't there. How much you want to bet she's out there right now extorting more gear from somebody?
Hello, asshole. I want to play a game. Yeah, a game. That sounds right. If you want to live, you must escape this basement, acquire 12 pieces of different colored chalk, and deliver them to me.
What are you even talking about? I mean, where am I supposed to go? You have me tied up!
Coursing through your system is a large amount of C4, and if you do not deliver the chalk within the next 5 minutes, you will—
5 minutes? Are you actually retarded?
Yeah, okay, fine. 10 minutes.
Still no!
20 minutes?
Fuck you!
Well, how much time do you need then?
I don't know, 2 hours maybe, traffic depending?
But I'm bored. You know what? Fuck this. I'll just get it myself.
Wait, no!
Haruhi finally arrives and strips Asahina because why not? Kyon flees a throbbing erection before the two girls head off in Playboy bunny attire to attract more members. An effort that fails miserably, except when it comes to traumatizing Asahina.
Say, Kyon, if I find I'm unable to get married after all this, would you be willing to marry me?
What should I say?
How about more than nothing? Hey, wait a minute. Is Asahina walking in place? Damn it, anime, you're better than this. Stop resorting to Gilgamesh.
Haruhi leaves to furiously masturbate at home, quite the unexpected choice, really, and Yuki tells Kyon to read the book she gave him. He finds a note inside telling him to meet Yuki on that very day, and the two head to her apartment, where things take what you might call a slight turn.
Haruhi Suzumiya and I are not ordinary human beings.
Yeah, I already sort of figured out that you two weren't exactly normal.
That's not what I mean. I have been created by the data integration thought entity that supervises this galaxy. I am a humanoid interface designed to make contact with organic life forms like you. To use a common term that is applicable to this situation, I believe I would be classified as an alien.
An alien?
Well, JT, that was the first 2 episodes. Would you continue watching?
Hang on a second. So, Yuki is an android, and Haruhi is some sort of all-powerful god entity?
Yes.
The fuck?
For me, I bought the first season of this show after swearing to not watch it for over 5 years to give it a fair shot, and I was immediately hooked. The offbeat complexities, when combined with the overall lighthearted tone, create a real tension that I did not expect. There's a very real and uncomfortable edge-of-your-seat feeling when it comes to Haruhi because you're never exactly sure what she's gonna do. Even based on just these 2 episodes, absolutely yes, I would continue watching.
I would not.
Well, I think we both know that's not true. I mean, you bought the entire series. The collector's edition. And, the movie, remember? Movie. So, do you maybe want to amend your conclusions just a little bit?
Okay, fine. When we first watched these 2 episodes, I was not interested at all. I hated Haruhi, the premise didn't really draw me in, and Kyon constantly switching between the actual dialogue and inner thoughts really got on my nerves. However, after having a bunch of people recommend the series to me, I bought it, and for the most part, I enjoyed it. Yeah, mostly. Except for this one thing. Or, rather, 8 things.
What?
No!
No!
What the fuck? Why?
You know why. If they know about the air... What am I even doing? Of course they know about the Endless 8. Everyone knows about the Endless 8. Well, if we're gonna recommend this series, we might as well just get it out of the way.
It sucks.
And that's gonna do it for today on Cover by Cover. I'm Will Ryan.
And I'm JT Camp reminding you at home, all girls should change in front of leering men. Trust me, give it a shot. Just, let me know where it's going down so I can be there.
Didn't you make the joke about the sexual predator?
No! Shut up! Why would I say something like that? It's weird. Shut up. I said shut up!